Shingle, notice the siding as well as the trim around the doors and the windows. And what we came up with were some colors that actually blended with that. And if you look close to our stone patio, you're going to see what we call a range of colors. It's just not one solid color. We've got lighter colors and darker colors, but it's all in the grays and tans, and then just a little hint of burgundy. And then we've used this charcoal banding as an accent.
Yeah, and I bet when lighting appears in the evening hours, these colors really pop, don't they?
They do. And in the evening, it really transforms into an incredible outdoor living area. These are some low voltage LED lights, which we've got incorporated underneath the countertops, and they're also incorporated throughout the columns as well.
Views are just tremendous here, as you would expect. And we're looking right over the fire pit. What do you say we walk down there and take a closer look?
Okay.
Well, Rick is the homeowner, and Rick, congratulations. A wonderful piece of property here, and what a job Linton's has done, really incorporating a dream that your whole family had, your wife, yourself, and the planning stages with Mark. It started several months ago, didn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it started last fall. Last summer is when we started thinking about the plans. We met with Mark late summer, and then we got it going in the fall.
What do you like most about what's happened here, Rick?
Well, right now, I mean, if you had a picture of what we had before, it was basically just a wooden deck with a complete wooden railing completely around it. And, you know, a deck is a deck, and, you know, when you're sitting down on the deck and it's completely surrounded with wooden railings, all you're looking at are wooden railings.
Yeah.
So we really, if you're sitting down, you're not getting much view of the lake. With this, with the way Mark planned it, it's so wide open. When we sit up there now, we've got a complete view of this whole end of the lake, and that's what is our favorite thing right now.
Well, it was fun talking to Rick. He likes what you've done, which is always a good thing when you satisfy the client's needs. And putting the finishing touch here, Mark, the beautification, the plants, trees, shrubs, that's really the finishing touch, isn't it?
It is, and what we've got is a lot of hard surfaces here with all this brick and block, and we wanted to soften it as well as beautify the outdoor living area, and that's when all the landscaping comes into play. We call this the hardscape, we call this the softscape here.
And the hardscape, and we didn't really touch on this too much, though. At one point, it's level with the door, so it's easy access.
It is, and what they had here were several steps going down, and you know, when you walk out of your house and you've got things that you're carrying, some serving trays and that, you actually have to move them aside to navigate steps and that. We no longer have to worry about that. It's at the same exact level as inside floor.
What went into some of the planning here when you look at what you've done with the plants? I know you've got a sunny side to this architecture, and then the design on the other side more shady.
You're correct. Two very, very different light conditions. And because this is an outdoor living area, really want to concentrate on summer colors and want to go with a plant selection that's blooming during the summertime. We've got these beautiful gaillardia here, which continue to bloom spring, summer, and fall, also known as blanket flower. One of my favorite flowers here, which are just starting to develop some of these flower buds here, these are called crocosmia. They're in the lily family, and beautiful, dramatic, bright red colored flowers, which will continue to bloom up until frost.
Very good. And we continue here. We did see a rose bush, by the way. You've planted one of those,
most definitely. And this is a cute little tree here. We really want to respect the view from not only the house, but from the raised patio as well. So we've got this little dwarf Sergeant Crab tree here. This blooms with pink colored buds opening up to white flowers, and the nice thing about this is that a homeowner is assured that it'll never get too tall to block the view, but gives us a nice focal point.
And you're not blocking any views on the other side here where we see the shade, are you, Mark?
No, not at all. And for another focal point here, we've got a beautiful red Japanese lace leaf maple. Maintains those red burgundy colored leaves spring, summer, and fall. contrasting colors here with these moonbeam coreopsis, which also bloom all throughout the season.
Excellent. Well, a great idea here, maybe for you to implement. And the best way to get that started is to give Linton's a call or go online at lintons.com. A lot of variety here, and again, I've got to underscore what Rick said. The best part of this whole place here is the view. Wouldn't you agree, Mark?
It is. It is.
Well, our thanks to Rick. We've got a whole lot more coming up here in the segment, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
Why was Linton's Enchanted Gardens voted the area's best florist, best landscaper, and best garden center by locals? Quality and excellence. Linton's is Indiana's largest and most complete home and garden center. Right now, save on amazing astilbes, only $1.99. Come see why it's the #1 attraction according to TripAdvisor and why the state of Indiana posts attraction signs for Linton's. Experience a world of beauty and inspiration at Linton's Enchanted Gardens, conveniently located off the toll road and US 20 bypass in Elkhart.
Shelby Herms, along with Glenn Stutzman, join us here at Linton's Garden Cafe, and we're talking about big brothers and big sisters. Kids are a big deal here at Linton's, and this is the weekend where Linton's gives back to the community, and here today giving back to big brothers and big sisters of Elkhart County. And Shelby, this is a big day for you. Tell me a little bit about that partnership with Linton's. What are you planning on doing here today?
Well, we're very excited to partner with Linton's for the weekend particularly. So we are just hoping that people come down to this beautiful garden center, you know, learn a little bit more about becoming a big brother, big sister, a mentor. If they sign up to be a big, they get a free meal in the beautiful garden cafe. And we're just really hoping to spread the word about, you know, mentoring in Elkhart County.
It's a very important job, isn't it, Shelby?
Absolutely. We take it very seriously.
And you do a great job and have down through the years. And the new executive director here is Glenn Stutzman. And Glenn, congratulations on your new role.
Thank you. This is a completely different thing for me from my past experience, but I've been here about a month now and really have enjoyed what I've done so far, what we've been able to do and people we met, and looking forward to a great future here.
Now, big brothers and big sisters, maybe some of the viewers know exactly what you do, but Glenn, if you could put it into just a capsulized form, what's your mission?
We are, it's actually a national organization, and we are the Elkhart County chapter associate, and what we do is try to find mentors for all those kids out there that really could use a mentor in their life to show them life, just to be their friend and to change their life forever. The statistical proof is out there. Studies have been done to show how these kids that have a mentor are much less likely to get into trouble, to drop out of school, and have a much better chance of succeeding in life. Kids' lives are changed forever, and that's a big need.
And that's really how you became the executive director, isn't it? I mean, if you come right down to it, that you were a mentor in the first place and then found out about the position.
That's exactly right. I had a friend who talked to me. I actually retired last fall from my previous position, and a friend talked to me about the opportunity or the need for mentors. And he was inspired and got 6 other guys. There were 8 of us that came to Big Brothers all at once, said, we want to be mentors. And they were like, what? This is great. And so I signed up, and I got my approval letter in the middle of May. And the next day, I found out that the position was open. I said, you know what? I've been really prepared by God to fill this position. This is really something I could do and enjoy. So I called Stephanie Potka, who was a previous director, and talked to her about the position, and then applied, and before I knew it, I was on board. So,
well, congratulations. Keep up the good work, and I know it's a big job, but a very important one at that. And Shelby, today is a big day. In fact, this weekend is big here at Linton's. Yep. And again, you're signing up mentors while you're here.
Yes, so we always have a need for mentors. Right now we have 92 children on the waiting list to receive a mentor in our agency. So that's 92 kids that we would just love to find a big brother, big sister, big couple for. So, yeah.
Good. Well, Shelby, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Glenn, thank you.
You're welcome. And remind you that if they do sign up to be a big, they get a free meal in the cafe, this beautiful place. Come down, bring your kids down, and ride the train and the paddle boats, and just have a great time here. It's a beautiful place.
Absolutely. Great place to be here at Linton's. Remember, you get that free meal here, that free, is it a lunch?
It's a lunch. Yeah, free meal in the cafe.
There you go. A free meal here in the cafe. Lunch or dinner, I guess, right? when you support Big Brothers. It is delicious. We got a whole lot more coming up, so stay with us. We'll be right back.
It's fresh, it's healthy, it's organic, and it's delicious. It's Linton's Garden Cafe in Elkhart. Enjoy a breakfast, lunch, or dinner prepared by our chef while dining indoors or out at their award-winning home and garden center, conveniently located off the 20 bypass or toll road.
Welcome back to Linton's Enchanted Gardens. Here we are inside the conservatory here after having come off a great remote shoot in Niles, Michigan. That was fun, Mark.
Really want to thank the homeowners for allowing us to feature their backyard, their incredible backyard with all the viewers out there.
Outdoor living is really the hot thing to do right now, isn't it?
It is, Craig.
Yeah, and a lot of the things that we talk about on location have to do with what happens on the inside here at Linton's, and this is the freebie sale where you can pick up on some great values here in plants, trees, and shrubs. And Mark, what do you say we get started?
Okay, our first plant up here is our 16 Candles Summer Suite. This is the perfect plant for your outdoor living areas. Plant this by your deck or patio, just starting to come into its glory, Craig. You can see those spikes of flowers. Those open up during the summertime. They continue to bloom, and they've got really nice fragrance, and they attract hummingbirds and butterflies. Normally $29.99, which is a heck of a price for a large shrub like that, but on sale for only $19.99.
Great price here at Linton's. Next up?
Oh, this is one of my favorite cotoneasters. We grow quite a few different varieties of cotoneasters, and the old-fashioned varieties kind of spread all over the place, and we're a little uncontrollable, and we're known as leaf catchers. This is our Tom Thumb cotoneaster, which is a really neat low-maintenance cotoneaster in a dwarf compact small package. Beautiful shiny glossy leaves similar to boxwood, little pink bell-shaped flowers in the springtime, and then in the fall it develops these bright red berries, which also attracts birds. Does best in full sun, normally $11.99, on sale for only $7.99.
It does look similar to a boxwood, doesn't it?
Craig, it's a broadleaf evergreen, meaning it keeps its leaves throughout the year.
Next up, Mark?
Next up is one of our little rock garden plants. This is a really cool plant. It's very rare. It's very unusual. It's called Angelina sedum. Beautiful golden colored foliage. Later on in the fall, this turns more of a bronze color, and just starting to send up some spikes with some flowers for the summer months. Does best in full sun, tolerates some shade. Normally $11.99, on sale for only $3.99.
All right, next, Mark.
Next up is our Francie hosta, a very low maintenance, very popular hosta, beautiful leaves edged in pure white. You can see the tall spike of flower, which, Craig, this attracts hummingbirds and butterflies. This is a magnet. Now, hostas, of course, grow best in dense shade. Really don't want to put them in the sun, otherwise the leaves are going to burn. So, but comes back year after year. Normally $7.99, on sale for only $5.99.
You know, you mentioned there's a lot of good things that have come out of this very wet summer, and part of it is how healthy these plants look, Mark.
They have been loving it.
Yeah, I bet. Next?
Next up is an old-fashioned favorite, one of my personal favorites as well. The reason being it just keeps blooming and blooming and blooming. Starts blooming in the springtime, blooms all the way up until frost in the fall. This is the old-fashioned favorite, black-eyed Susans. And you can see that these flower heads are just starting to form here, and you get a lot of show. And Craig, this blooms in full sun, also tolerates shade. It's a no-brainer. And the best part of it is on sale for only $2.99.
Now, I like two things about this.
What's that?
$2.99 and no-brainer. I mean, you can't go wrong.
You know, you plant this, and next year it doubles in size.
Serious?
Yeah, seriously, it does.
Very good, very good. Only here at Linton's. Next, Mark?
Next up is our Carolina Moonlight False Indigo. Craig, this blooms with beautiful spikes of yellow flowers, and I've got one of our picture tags right here, wanted to share with the viewers. Plant this now, and you'll enjoy those beautiful flowers come next spring. Does best in full sun, normally $8.99, on sale for only $5.99.
False indigo. All right.
That's correct.
More color here, it looks like.
Yes, and you know what I like to do is put these burgundy colored leaves next to the yellow. Nice color combination that way. This is our Rose Glow Barberry. Does best in full sun. And if you notice, the new spikes in growth here are the ones that have the pink and burgundy variegated leaves.
Yep.
More of the interior growth has the dark, rich burgundy colored leaves. Now this barberry is going to be reaching about anywhere 2 to 4 feet in height. Depends upon how you prune it, just requires some occasional pruning. Blooms with little yellow bell-shaped flowers in the springtime. Normally $9.99, on sale for only $6.99. This is a lot of plant for only $6.99.
And still, even with all the plant that you get, low maintenance continues to be the theme, right?
Most definitely. And speaking of low maintenance, there's nothing lower maintenance than daylilies here. This is an award-winning daylily. This is called Strawberry Candy. Beautiful ruffled leaves here. And the nice thing about this, it's a repeat bloomer. Continues to bloom throughout the season.
I noticed that about those.
Normally $9.99, on sale for a whopping low price, only $4.99.
Wow, repeat bloomers here at Linton's. Every time I say bloomer, I think of, hello.
That's our resident macaw, and that's
Bloomer.
his name, Bloomer.
Next, Mark.
Next up is our Ruby Bells Coral Bells. Now, this is all done blooming for the season, but you plant it now and then enjoy it for next spring. Beautiful silver veining throughout the leaves. Coral bells do best in shade. They also tolerate some partial sun. But out of all the different coral bells, this has the most spectacular flowers. That's how it gets its name, Ruby Bells.
Okay.
And those flowers are perfect magnets for hummingbirds.
Very good, very good.
Normally $9.99 for that coral bell, on sale for only $4.99.
So this is really the time of the year that you're looking to plant something for now and then an eye toward next season too, right?
You got it, Craig.
All right.
You're good at this. Next up, Craig, is our beautiful Andorra juniper. And the neat thing about this is a low maintenance evergreen. You see it growing about 10-12 inches out of the pot. The cool thing is it actually will never get any taller than this.
Really?
But the growth grows out horizontally. And of course, all junipers prefer full sun, so as much sunlight as you can give this, the happier it's going to be. And another unusual thing about this is one of the few evergreens that actually changes colors with the change of the temperatures in the fall.
Is that right?
This bright lime green colored evergreen.
It's darker, huh?
Yes, you're right. Turns kind of a purplish plum color and then goes back to lime green again in the springtime. The Andorra juniper is normally $9.99, on sale for only $6.99.
It's the freebies sale here at Linton's, and we make the turn, and boy, what a beauty here, huh?
This is one of my favorite hydrangeas. The reason it's my favorite is because it's such a good performer. And hydrangeas typically are tough to get to bloom, but this is a guaranteed bloomer here. Continues to bloom throughout the summertime. This is our limelight hydrangea. Gets its name because of these lime-colored flower buds open up to pure white flowers. Some hydrangeas like shade, others like sun. This is one of our sun-loving hydrangeas. Normally $39.99, on sale for only $26.99.
You can't beat the look. You cannot beat that look, folks. That's outstanding.
Next up, Craig, is our Gerard Christina azalea. And Craig, this has the most spectacular deep pink colored flowers in the springtime.
Very good.
And what you want to do is plant it now so you can enjoy those flowers in the springtime. And just like our cotoneaster that we featured earlier, this is a broadleaf evergreen, going to keep those leaves year-round. And the cool thing about azaleas is they grow in full sun and they also tolerate shade. Normally $29.99, on sale for only $19.99.
So you're saying we have another no-brainer here, right?
Another no-brainer, yes.
Yeah, good. Next up?
Next up is one of my wife's favorite. This is a lilac, and this is unlike the old-fashioned lilac that got absolutely huge and was out of control. This is a dwarf lilac called Miss Kim. Features a dark purple colored flower. Now lilacs, they do need full sun. If you plant this in shade, it will grow and develop beautiful leaves, but absolutely no flowers. So don't make that mistake. Give it as much sun as possible, and you'll be rewarded with beautiful flowers that are so sweet and fragrant in the springtime. Normally $19.99, on sale for only $9.99.
Sometimes we forget how important sunlight is with these plants, right?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
And you know what? We make it easy for all of our guests. Just simply read the tag on there. All of our master gardeners, of course, are very knowledgeable as well.
Indeed, indeed. Next?
Next up is one of our beautiful hollies, another broadleaf evergreen featuring those shiny, beautiful, glossy green leaves. Our hollies are unique. This is called the Royal Court or Royal Family Holly. The reason is it contains both a blue prince and a blue princess holly.
Okay.
And so because of cross-pollination, we've got both the male and the female in the same pot. So you're guaranteed to have the red berries later on in the fall. Blooms with beautiful white flowers in the springtime, maintains those leaves 12 months out of the year. Grows in full sun, tolerates partial shade. Normally $29.99, on sale for only $19.99.
I like the shiny leaves especially.
Really pretty, yes.
Yeah, indeed. The freebie sale as we continue.
Last one here, Craig. This is our Anthony Waterer Spirea, old-fashioned favorite, been around for many, many years, and will continue to be because it's such a good performer. Grows only 3 to 4 feet in height, about the same in width, continues to bloom with those hot pink-colored flowers throughout the summertime. Perfect plant for around the deck or patio. Normally $19.99, on sale for only $13.99.
Well, now is the time to be visiting Linton's Enchanted Gardens. And Mark, how about a quick review of your hours? Can you help me out?
We are open this weekend from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m., Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 7 p.m.
Thank you so much for giving back to the community, and especially this weekend, giving back to big brothers and big sisters.
It's a great organization.
It sure is. Mark, thanks so much.
Thank you, Craig.
For our entire crew, for our producer, Gary Martin, this is Craig Wallen. Until next time, so long, everybody.